In the beginning, there was nothing. No sky above, no earth below, no light, no time. Only chaos. Endless, silent, dark. Chaos was not a being, nor a god. Chaos was the yawning void, the endless potential, the trembling breath before the first word. And yet, from this formless nothingness, something stirred. Something willed itself into existence. In this primordial expanse, a consciousness emerged, a nascent thought flickering like the first spark that yearned to ignite a vibrant flame. This was Ananke, the inevitability, the first force to make itself known. Ananke felt the unending emptiness and sought to fill it, shifting the balance with her will. As her determination grew, the fabric of chaos trembled, awakening Nyx, the embodiment of night. Nyx unfurled herself, a vast tapestry of shadow, blanketing the emptiness in a comforting shroud of stillness. Nyx was enigmatic and serene, yet held the power of dreams, secrets, and mysteries. Together, Ananke and Nyx brought forth the threads of reality. From their combined essence, Erebus, the deep darkness, came into being. Erebus stretched, and from his depths, he called forth Ether, the spirit of light, to banish the monotonous shadow that cloaked him. Ether sparkled brilliantly, scattering rays of illumination. The play of darkness and light birthed Gaia, the Earth Mother, who spiraled from chaos in a dance of solidity and form. Gaia encased within her earth the richness of life's primordial slumber, her surface soothing and fertile, resting under the expansive vault of ether. Knowing that more would be required to shape this budding cosmos, Gaia summoned Uranus, the sky, to share eternity with her. Together, they forged harmony between the planes, Uranus showering Gaia with rain and sunlight, encouraging her to bloom with potential. Thus, from chaos, through the intricate ballet of Ananke, Nyx, Erebus, Ether, Gaia, and Uranus, the early cosmos began to form. Yet, while the vast canvas of existence was painted with these newfound dimensions, still, more whispered beneath the surface. Desires of deeper stories yet to unfold. And so began the grand narrative of the universe. An exquisite tapestry woven from nothingness, bursting forth into the vibrant and the sublime, each thread a testament to the will of that first, stirring consciousness. From the heart of chaos, Gaia, the earth, was born. Solid, fertile, vast, she was the foundation of all that would ever exist. Her breath formed the winds, her skin, the mountains, her tears, the rivers. Alongside Gaia came Tartarus, the deep abyss, darker and more ancient than any nightmare. A pit so far beneath the earth that even a falling stone would take 9 days to reach its bottom. And then came Eros, radiant and shimmering. Eros was desire itself, the power that would bind beings together, stir the hearts of gods, and drive the creation of life. Also from chaos came 2 shadowy beings. Nyx, the goddess of night, cloaked in black mist, with a gaze that could still even the boldest heart. Erebus, the god of darkness, who filled the hidden places of the world with gloom. Thus, from chaos, the first powers were born: earth, abyss, love, night, and darkness. Nyx and Erebus, 2 primordial deities, moved through the swirling mist of the void. Amid the chaos of the early universe, they gave birth to strange and potent offspring. Ether, the bright upper air that filled the realm of the gods, came into being. It was a medium that the divine would one day breathe, a pure essence separated from the terrestrial mist below. Alongside Ether came Hemera, the goddess of day. Her presence signaled the arrival of dawn, pushing the shadows of night away only to retreat again at sunset. Yet, Nyx, in her secluded realm, governed by shadows that stretched beyond imagination, brought forth offspring of a more ominous nature. Hypnos, the embodiment of sleep, emerged from his mother's shrouded depths. With him came Thanatos, representing the inevitable force of death, a companion to sleep and a herald of eternal rest. Momos, the spirit of blame, materialized, ready to challenge the conscience of both gods and mortals. Eris, the personification of strife, followed, a catalyst for discord among the cosmic order. And many others, unnamed and hidden, came to haunt both gods and men. Each one carried within them the darker quivers of existence. Through night's solitary labor, these forces crept stealthily into the newborn universe, casting shadows on its pure burgeoning light. As the universe expanded and evolved, so too did the influence of Nyx's dark children, manifesting in the dreams and fears of all creatures that inhabited the realms. Thus, through night's lonely toil, the profound mysteries of existence slowly unfurled, weaving threads of darkness amidst the tapestry of creation. Nyx's progeny would continue to linger, ensuring that the universe remained a complex balance of light and dark, peace and strife. Gaia, the earth, alone in the vastness, yearned for a companion. So, she gave birth to Uranus, the sky, vast and blue, covering her in a loving embrace. Uranus became her partner, stretching endlessly above her, and together they would bring forth a new generation of beings, mighty and terrible. From their union sprang the first mighty race, the 12 Titans, beings of colossal strength and primeval beauty. Next came the Cyclopes, towering creatures with a single, blazing eye. Then the fearsome Cinemanes, giants with 100 arms and 50 heads, embodiments of chaos and storm. But Uranus, horrified by the monstrous shapes of some of his children, cast them deep into Gaia's body, burying them within her. Wounded and furious, Gaia plotted in secret. She fashioned a great sickle of adamant, a blade harder than any material yet known. She called upon her children, asking who would rise against their cruel father. But fear paralyzed them all except one, Cronus, the youngest and boldest of the Titans. Cronus, sly and cunning, took up the sickle. One night, when Uranus came to lie upon Gaia, Cronus leapt from the shadows and, with a swift, brutal stroke, severed Uranus' power forever. From the blood that fell to Gaia, new beings sprang, the Furies, avengers of the innocent, the giants, immense and wild, and Melee, nymphs of the ash trees. Thus ended Uranus' reign, and the rule of the Titans began. The universe was no longer a silent void. It teemed with being, light and dark, beauty and horror, love and strife. But Gaia's heart still bore wounds from a loss and betrayal. And in distant Tartarus, ancient powers stirred, remembering Uranus' final curse. One day, you too, Cronus, shall be cast down by your own son. Thus the seeds of future struggles were sown, and the destiny of gods and men began its long, winding path. Chaos, the primeval breath of existence, had given birth to a world of wonder and endless war. Gaia, the Mother Earth, sought solace by creating beauty amidst the chaos. Her rivers surged through valleys, nourishing vast forests, and her mountains reached high into the skies. Yet her heart remained a battlefield of grief and hope. She could sense her children, the Titans, planning, growing discontent under Cronus's harsh rule. They whispered in secret passages, their ambitions veiled in shadows. Cronus, the powerful titan and ruler of the cosmos, was not unaware of the tensions brewing. He loomed large upon his throne, a figure cast in arrogance and fear. The dread of prophecy gnawed at him, and he grew paranoid, believing betrayal lurked at every corner. His rule, once golden with prosperity, was now brittle, haunted by the specters of inevitability. Among the Titans, one stood out with an aura of silent strength. Rhea, Cronus's consort. Her spirit was one of compassion, yet these were times that demanded cold decisions. She bore her husband's children and watched with a heavy heart as Cronus devoured each one. Consumed by terror of the prophecy, Rhea's love for her offspring planted the seed of defiance within her. A plan began to take form in Rhea's mind, conceived in quiet strength and whispers of the winds. When next she gave birth, she spirited the child away under the veil of night, replacing him with a swaddled stone. Unbeknownst to Cronus, the infant Zeus lay nestled safely in the arms of mortal family, his cries drowned by the lullabies of mortals who knew not the future they harbored. Zeus grew, strong and wise, unaware of his true path until destiny called. The echoes of his lineage resounded through him, guiding him to Mount Olympus, where he would claim his birthright. Meanwhile, the undercurrents within Tartarus grew restless. Ancient powers awoke, stirred by the tremors of change. They recalled the curse laid by the fallen Uranus, and since the unfolding of a drama, they had seen play out across eons. The skies churned with the charge of fate. The old order resisted change, clinging to power, while the new bore the promise of rejuvenation. Zeus, with courage stitched into his very being, stood ready to confront his father and fulfill the curse that had long lurked in the shadows of time. A storm was brewing, one that heralded the twilight of the Titans and the dawn of the gods. The universe braced itself for a new era, one forged from the fires of conflict and hope. Thus began the epic saga of the Olympian gods, their rise signified by the promise of a brighter cosmos, arising from the echoes of creation itself. The universe was no longer a silent void. It teemed with being, light and dark, beauty and horror, love and strife. But Gaia's heart still bore wounds from the loss and betrayal. And in distant Tartarus, ancient powers stirred, remembering Uranus' final curse. One day, you too, Cronus, shall be cast down by your own son. Thus the seeds of future struggles were sown, and the destiny of gods and men began its long, winding path. Chaos, the primeval breath of existence, had given birth to a world of wonder and endless war. The story of everything has begun. Next, titans clash. Gods are born. Kingdoms fall. Don't miss the battle that shaped eternity. Subscribe now for part 2.